Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Let us start the lecture. So, what we have introduced is in the third chapter is we have introduced is the concept of the surface, right? Whether you have given a seminar or not, Rajatha Sode.
Yes, ma'am. Last year I have given, but now it's online. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So pattern is same. Just I think you must be prepared for PPT so that you can directly share the screen because I don't think so. You are having a board and pen tablet available with you. So I suggest everyone to prepare a PPT so that you will not have a problem while sharing the screen or suppose you want to explain anything. अगर आपके पास बोर्ड पेन टैबलेट वगैरह अवेलेबल है तो आप वो यूज कर सकते हो otherwise you must prepare one PPT so that you can present the things और ऐसा नहीं करना है कि PPT बनाए तो सिर्फ रीड करके निकाला है आपने so first you should understand the concept speak in between the lines whenever you are going to explain any concept just don't read it whenever you are having a PPT correct so next thing is we'll discuss the things actually we haven't discussed yet because ma'am was having some meetings related to NEC. So I will discuss with ma'am and I will tell you the schedule and everything because uh, actually Saturday will be the date and the next thing is 10 student will be there. Whatever the changes we will do will after discussing with Tinge ma'am I will tell you shortly. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
बट यू मस्ट ऑल बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर योर सेमिनार सभी ने अपने नोट्स निकाल के रखो अदरवाइज क्योंकि नेक्स्ट टाइम अगर आपको सपोज आपका सेमिनार ऐसे टाइम पे है कि किसी ने टेस्ट डिक्लेयर किया है तो एट दैट टाइम एटलीस्ट आपके पास नोट्स तो अवेलेबल होगा तो आपको नोट्स के लिए ज़्यादा टेंशन की जरूरत नहीं so everyone whenever you get your topic don't assume that I have a last seminar I have a 2 week after 2 week seminar. So just assume that you're having a seminar. So first prepare the notes. At least if you have a notes, अगर आपको कुछ problem है, suppose there will be a test of some linear algebra or ADM or functional or DG. At that time, you at least you will be prepared for your notes. अगर नोट्स और पीपीटी प्रिपेयर है तो आपको प्रेजेंट करने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा अभी आपके पास कुछ टेंशन नहीं है ना अब यू आर रिलैक्स सो यू फर्स्ट प्रिपेयर फॉर योर थिंग्स एंड हैव अ हैबिट टू ऑनलाइन presentation at that time you must use a headphone so that the peoples who listen to you must be able to clearly able to listen you there will not be a break in voice whenever you are using a headphone and next thing how to present how to join these things you must know I know everyone is now familiar with these things but still I am saying so that you will not have a problem okay should I go for the next one okay let us start our lecture See, what we have discussed in the last lecture, we have started with the definition of surface. Okay. Before going to definition of surface, we have seen the definition of coordinate patch, proper patch, right? And in the last lecture, I have given you one shortcut, one theorem. We have proved that how to find out whether um, if given function is given to you or given a geometric object is surface or not. For that we have one shortcut that if suppose g is one function of xyz, just assume or just find out dg, and if dg is equal to 0 at least for one point, if dg is equal to 0 for at least one point, then you can say directly that the given geometric object is not a surface. Okay. Next thing, what we have to do, if dg is not equal to 0 for all the points, that means it is difficult here also. Okay, आपका definition क्या था? For each point P on a surface M. Okay, what is the first thing we are given? M should be subset of E3, and for each point P of M, there must exist a proper patch. अगर proper patch बोला है हमने तो क्या आएगा वहाँ पे? First you should have one regularity, next is inverse function is continuous, then image of this x of d should contain the neighborhood of this point P. Okay, these things you have to verify for every point P if you want to solve. For example, just like the example for the sphere, what we have done for the example of a sphere, we have found a proper patch for the North Pole. No? What we have done is simply we have a unit sphere. What is the meaning of a unit sphere? A sphere with center at origin and radius is 1. So here we have found the proper patch for only this point, and we can find out for every point, that is for South Pole, East or West. So at this time point we can find out the proper patch. Okay, and in this case we have found that x of d is equals to m itself, but in this case m is not whole sphere, simply we have assumed only a North Pole. Okay, so x of d equal to m, it means that it is a simple surface, right? What is a Munge patch? Munge patch means what? If you have x of uv is equals to uv f of uv, that is whatever the third variable we have, it is in terms of first two. Okay, if this possible, then we say that this is a North Pole. With the help of this, we have proved that for this North Pole we can find out a proper patch. Okay. So this is difficult to go with the definition. So that we have proved that dg not equal to 0 ensure that whatever the m is surface, and if it is equal to 0 for at least one point, here it is dg is not equal to 0 for all points. Okay, if dg is not equal to 0 for all points, then m is a surface. This is also difficult because for every point you have to find out whether dg is equal to 0 or not equal to 0. But if you want to prove this, you can go for another way, that is dg equals to 0 means what? M is not a surface. Okay. So hence now let us solve some examples on the proving whether the given geometric object is a surface or not. So what we have, the equation of a sphere. Let us assume the equation of a sphere is with x1, x2, x3. These are the from R3 space. And what is the condition on x1, x2, x3? This is an equation of a sphere we have. It is with x1 minus c1 square plus x2 minus c2 square plus x3 minus c3 square is equals to some r square. What we have provided, equation of a circle with center at c1, c2, c3 and radius is r. Okay, equation of a circle with center at c1, c2, c3 and radius is r. Now we can assume this to be g. That is G is equals to R square. That is G is in terms of x, y, z. No, instead of assuming for x1, x2, x3, we can say that this is in terms of x1, x2, x3. Okay. So hence we can assume G is equals to R square. So hence how you are going to find out dg? What will be dg? That is, this is our g. What is g? G is equals to x minus c1 square plus y minus c2 square plus z minus c3 square. Right? So what will be dg? Dou g by dou x. Dou g by dou x means what? The partial derivative of g with respect to x. So about y and z it will be 0. That is 2 times x minus c1 dx plus 2 times y minus c2 dy plus 2 times z minus c3 dz. Okay. So this is what we have calculated the dg. Now we have to find out whether this dg is equal to 0 or not. So this will be, we will say that dg equal to 0. Okay. Let us assume dg equal to 0. What will happen? We will see. Okay. If dg is equals to 0 means what? Is all things equals to 0? That is summation over I 2 times xi minus ci will be equal to 0. Okay, if this summation is equal to 0 means what? This 2 is non-zero, so what should be equal to 0? Xi minus ci should be equal to 0 for all I, which means that x1 is equal to c1, x2 is equal to c2, and x3 is equal to c3. Right? So what I get is dg is equal to 0 only at this point. What is this point? C1, C2, C3. That means dg is equal to 0 only at the origin. Okay. Now let me check for this. What will happen if I put x1 is equal to c1 here? C1 minus c1 0, c2 minus c2 0, c3 minus c3 0. So here I am getting 0 is equal to r square, which is not possible. So hence I can say that dg is not equal to 0. Right. So what we are having here, actually this x1, x2, x3 we have found these are equal to value of c1, c2, c3, which is the center of the sphere. Hence dg is not equal to 0 for any point on the sphere. Therefore, with the help of last theorem, we can say that whatever the object or a sphere we are provided is a surface. Okay. राइट ना, अगर आपको कोई पॉइंट मिल रहा है जहां पे आपको dg की वैल्यू इक्वल टू 0 मिल रहा है, dg is equal to 0 only at the point x1 is equal to c1, x2 is equal to c2, x3 is equal to c3. If this is so let us put this in our equation. If it is going to put in equation, it will give you the r square is equal to 0, which is not possible. So hence we can say that the given sphere is a surface. Okay. Now let us go for the next example, in which first we will go for one definition. Now up to now whatever we have seen, what is a cylinder in our usual language, what we have seen, this cylinder is an object like this, which have some height, and this is circle. Up circle के ऊपर circle just like we are going to put it one on another, then we will get the cylinder. Okay, but this is what a cylinder we have seen up to now. Now we will define the cylinder in our differential geometry. What they have done is, first you have to take any curve in xy plane. Okay, what you have to do? You have to take a curve in xy plane, right? And what we have to do is, this is our z coordinate. Okay, so we have to just move this line. You have to move this line. Okay, you have to just move this line on this curve. So whatever the resultant I am going to get, that will be the cylinder. Okay. So how the cylinder is defined in differential geometry is, first, as a line perpendicular to the plane P moves along a curve, it sweeps out a cylinder. Okay. आपको क्या करना है? First you have to take one curve in xy plane, then take a straight line on this curve and move this straight line on a curve. So whatever the resultant object I am getting is a cylinder in differential geometry. Okay. So now we have to prove whether this cylinder is a geometric object or this cylinder is a surface or not. For this, what we know is we know that f of xy is equal to some constant c. That means we know an equation of a curve. Okay, we know an equation of a curve. Now, if we know an equation of a curve, we have to now verify whether dg is equal to 0 or non-zero, and hence we can find out the result. Okay. So if we are having any point on this curve which is in xy plane, if I want to find out the point on the this cylinder, what will be the change? The first coordinate will be the same, f of xy, or let me write down some another function g of xy, and there will be the change in the third coordinate, that is nothing but your third variable, that is z. Okay. So here there will be the change, which is equal to some constant c, right? So here what I get is f of xy is equal to some constant c, that is a curve in xy plane we are provided, and here what we get is first two coordinate will be the same. No, we have just moved it on a direction of z axis. There will be the change in z coordinate only. So resultant function will be the change. Only first two coordinate will be the same, and here we will get a function which is consisting of a three variable. Here we have only two variable, that is x and y. Okay. So now we have to prove whether this cylinder or whether this geometric object is a surface or not. Okay. So let us have M. We'll assume this geometric object f bar of xyz diagonally. Why I will write f bar of xyz? Because first equation whatever we have assumed is f of xy is equal to c. That is our equation of a curve in xy plane. F bar I am saying because we have changed there is a change in this function with the help of third coordinate, that is a z coordinate. Okay. So let us solve this. What we have to do is we have to find out df bar. What will be df bar is derivative of this function with respect to x. What will be derivative of this function with respect to x? It will be just like your function f of xy. This is known to you, no? A function with two variable is known to you. आपको क्या दिया है? Curve in a xy plane. This is known to you, but we have to find out what will be f bar of xyz. Okay. So dou f bar of dou x dx plus dou f bar of dou y dy plus dou f bar of dou z dz. Okay. So this is equal to, I can write instead of f bar, I can write this as dou f by dou x dx plus dou f by dou y dy plus dou f bar by dou z. I cannot say about this third term because we don't know what is a z variable. Simply we know that it is a straight line put which is in the direction of z axis, and we are going to move this straight line on a curve so that we can sweep out a cylinder. Right? So what we have is we know about this dou f by dou x and dou f by dou y, right? Because we know our function f. Okay, what is a function f here provided? Is a curve in xy plane. Correct? Now what we have to find out, dou f bar is equal to 0 or not. Okay, we want to check dou f bar is equal to 0 or is it not equal to 0. Okay, let us assume that it is equal to 0. वो 0 कब होगा? When all the partial derivatives are same. Okay, no doubt all the partial derivative will not be 0. We don't bother about the third term because we don't know actually what is a third term. So hence, we will concentrate on the first two. Whether those partial derivative will be equal to 0. ये partial derivative 0 कब होगा? Dou f by dou x will be 0 only if the function is constant in the direction of x-axis. Right? Dou f by dou y will be equal to 0 only when the function is constant in the y direction. But आपको क्या दिया है उन्होंने? Right? We are provided with the वन कर्व इन एक्स वाई प्लेन. अगर आपका कर्व इन एक्स वाई प्लेन है तो ऑब्वियसली that curve will be a function of x and y, right? So dou f by dou x equal to 0 means what? Your function is not involving x. Dou f by dou y equal to 0 means what? Your function does not involve y, right? So at that time we can say directly that dou f by dou x and dou f by dou y will not be equal to 0 simultaneously. Okay, so at least one of the partial derivative from all these will be non-zero, and hence directly we can claim df bar is not equal to 0 for all points, right? So hence we can claim that df bar is not equal to 0 for all points, and hence we can say that whatever the object we are having, cylinder, is not a is a surface. Okay. Let us go for the next concept. What we have next is surface of rotation. The surface traced by a plane curve when it revolves about a fixed line without touching it is called a surface of revolution. Okay. And next we'll see axis. Next we'll see profile curve, and we'll see parallels, longitudes, and singular points. Okay. These are the things we are going to study now. Right. Okay. So what we have is a surface traced by a plane curve when it revolves about a fixed line without touching it is called a surface of revolution. I hope everyone remember about the classical mechanics. In which classical mechanics we have studied that we are having any curve in xy plane. We have to revolve this curve about either x, y or z axis and resultant object whatever I am getting. I don't know exactly how many of you remember the resultant object I am getting will be some object that is called a surface of revolution, and next is axis of revolution. What we have is a curve which rotate about a line. That means suppose we have this line, suppose we have a curve. So let us assume that this curve is a semicircle. We have to revolve this semicircle around this line. On the condition this will touch your axis at 2 points only. Okay. Assume that this is our straight line here. Assume that this is a straight line here, and you have a circle here. You have to revolve this circle around this axis, that is called axis of revolution, and whatever the object we are getting, this is called a rotate sorry this is called a axis of revolution. This is axis of revolution, and we are going to get one 3D object. Okay, let us have, this is a line, and here we are going to revolve this. So this, whatever the object I am getting, is a sphere, correct? We have a straight line and we have a circle. We have to revolve this circle about this fixed line, and it will touch this at only 2 points. Okay. In case of a sphere, the profile curve is a semicircle. Just now we have drawn this. In case of a sphere, the profile curve will be semicircle. However, this meets the axis of revolution only at the 2 points. So here you can see this meets at the 2 points. Wherever you are going to meet at these points are called the singular points. Okay, and I hope you everyone remember about the globe. अपनी दुनिया का नक्शा देखा होगा. So what we call these are longitudes. The lecture of geography in your 10th standard. And what are these? These are called parallels. Okay, so these parallels are going to be smaller and smaller, and this at singular point there will become a simply 1 point. Okay, so here this is, in this case we have a profile curve is a semicircle. Okay, So here what we are getting is, hence it is not a surface of revolution. Why this is not a surface of revolution? Because for the case of revolution, what we need is it should not touch the axis. Okay, but here it is touching the axis at 2 points. So hence it is not a surface of revolution. So what will be the surface of revolution? This example we have seen further in classical mechanics. That means suppose we have a curve in xy plane, then you have to rotate it about xy or z axis, and whatever the object I am getting will be a surface of revolution. But a sphere is not an example of surface of revolution because it touches the axis of revolution at 2 points, and these 2 points are called the singular point. And what are these lines are called longitudes, and these parallel curves are called parallels. Okay. These are simply definitions of singular point, axis of revolution, what is surface of revolution. And next thing is, assume that we are having a cone. So cone is also not the example of surface of revolution. So what we have is, this is the axis of revolution, and this is simply one straight line, and this straight line we have to move around the axis of revolution. So whatever the object I am getting is a cone. But this touches the axis of revolution at this point. This point is called the singular point. These are our parallels and these are longitudes, and this is also not the example of a surface of revolution. Okay. So next is, we'll discuss the torus in detail later on, but let me give the definition of a torus. Before torus, I hope everyone know about the tube of our tire. सभी को पता होगा ट्यूब ऑफ टायर. अदरवाइज यू मे नो अबाउट मेंदू वड़ा. assume that वो मेंदू वड़ा में अंदर कुछ नहीं है. So that is what a torus. Okay, what we have to do is, this is suppose our axis of revolution, and assume that this is a circle. Here whatever you are assuming, this is a circle, and in this circle I am going to revolve this around this axis. Okay, so whatever the object I am getting revolving this circle around the fixed axis is called a torus of revolution. In detail we are going to study what is torus of revolution and what is a how you are going to derive the equation of torus revolution and all. Just imagine that this will be just like our tube of our tire. Okay, or in another way you can assume that मेंदू वड़ा में inside आपको कुछ भी नहीं है. So simply assume that you are having one axis of revolution, and one circle we have to take. This circle you have to revolve about that fixed axis of revolution. Whatever the object I am getting is a torus, unless otherwise you can assume आपके पास एक बैंगल है. ओके, चूड़ियां. So this bangle you have to revolve about this axis of revolution, and whatever the object I am getting is a torus of revolution. Okay, so these are the things we want to discuss. And next thing I have, I want to ask you if you are having any doubt related to first, second and third chapter, because surface is somewhat difficult to understand. So अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आएगा और मैं ऐसे ही कंटिन्यू करूंगी तो प्रॉब्लम होगा. So let me ask you everyone, whether you understood what is a surface, definition of surface, coordinate patch, proper patch. And next thing, whatever we have seen now, what is dg not equal to 0, what is surface of revolution, axis of revolution. Anyone, if you have a doubt, you can ask. Am I audible? No one is answering. Hello?
येस मॅम. मला एक डाऊट आहे.
हम्म.
ते तुम्ही आत्ता सांगितलं ना, ते कोण सरफेस नाहीये, ते अजून एकदा एक्सप्लेन करा का?
कोण सरफेस ऑफ रिव्होल्यूशन नाही आहे का म्हणून आप सपोज वी हॅव okay, this is what x, y and z axis. Okay, this is axis of revolution and this is our profile curve. Profile curve in the case of a sphere was a simply half circle. आप हाफ सर्कल को सपोज ये स्ट्रेट लाइन है, आप हाफ सर्कल को इस स्ट्रेट लाइन के अराउंड you are going to revolve this. So whatever the object you are getting is a surface of revolution, but this is not a surface of revolution because it touches at the 2 points. Here also this profile curve is going to touch your axis of revolution at this point. Okay, these are our longitudes and these are parallels, correct? So here this touches at the point of this axis of revolution, hence it is not an example of surface of revolution. Okay, आपको क्या करना है, एक प्रोफाइल कर्व लेना है. So what we have is, first we have a profile curve. Let us assume that we have a circle, okay, half circle. You have to revolve the half circle around this axis of revolution, okay, and it should not touch the axis of revolution, but it touches the axis of revolution at the 2 point. If it touches the axis of revolution at 2 point, it is not a surface of revolution. Wherever it is going to touch it, it is called a singular point. I think everyone know about the ग्लोब. आपका आपके ज्योग्राफी के लेक्चर में आपने पढ़ा होगा ना कि एक ग्लोब टेबल पे किसी के देखा होगा, वहां पे आप ने देखा होगा एक जो लाइंस होते हैं ना, दीज आर कॉल्ड लॉन्गिट्यूड्स एंड दीज आर पैरेलल्स, राइट? आई होप द आइडिया इज क्लियर.
येस मॅम.
Yes, ma'am.
Explain that simultaneously zero thing. What we have done in the example of a cylinder, f bar of x, y, z, and here we have f of x, y. We have a curve in xy plane. We know about the curve in xy plane, but we don't know what is f bar of xy is. Simply we know that this x and y will be carried as it is. What will be the change? Change is in the z variable. Why this is so? Because this is a curve in xy plane, correct? And we have to just revolve a fixed line on the xy plane. So here it is f of xy is equal to c, some curve, and here is f bar of xyz. So if suppose I am saying dou f by dou x is equal to 0, partial derivative 0 कब होता है, or rather any derivative is equal to 0 with respect to x, then that function x, that variable x is not involved. Dou f by dou x equal to 0 means what? F is not a function of x. Dou f by dou y equal to 0 means what? F is not a function of y. So simultaneously dou f by dou x equal to 0, dou f by dou y equal to 0 is not possible. So here also dou f bar by dou x is nothing but you have dou f by dou x, because first two variables are same. And what is the next thing? Dou f bar by dou y is equal to dou f by dou y, right? And what we have to show, df bar is not equals to 0. df bar will be equal to 0 only if dou f bar by dou x is equal to dou f bar by dou y is equal to dou f bar by dou z is equal to 0 simultaneously. अगर सभी 0 है simultaneously तभी df bar 0 होगा ना. So these are not 0, no, we don't bother about this. If all are 0 simultaneously, then only df bar will be 0. But we don't know about this, so hence we will concentrate only first two. So what is dou f bar by dou x is dou f by dou x, dou f bar by dou y is dou f by dou y. So these two will not be equal to 0 simultaneously because f is a function of x and y. अगर वो function of x and y है तो equal to 0 क्यों होगा ना? Dou f by dou y equal to 0 means what? F is not a function of y. And hence we can say df bar is not equal to 0. I hope the idea is clear, Mahima. Next, anyone else have a doubt related to surface? Because this is somewhat difficult to understand. Hence, I am taking a live lecture so that you can, if you are having a doubt, you can ask. See, how many students have joined? Only 24. Anuja, Bhagyashri, Pinaka, Gayatri, Kiran, Pandri, Komal, Mahima, Neha, Rajata, Prajata, Sudhir, Rameshwari, Shivani, Khandelwal. सी थिंग्स आर पॉसिबल दैट अगर आपको लेक्चर कंप्लीटली समझ में नहीं आया है या फिर पूरा समझ में आया है या फिर थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आया राइट इफ सपोज लेक्चर इज कंप्लीटली अंडरस्टूड इट्स गुड इफ लेक्चर इज नॉट कंप्लीटली अंडरस्टूड देन यू कैन आस्क द क्वेरीज if suppose you are in between just like fuzzy theory so you must have a confusion and you can ask question. I hope everyone is studying. So whatever the assignment I have given you on the Google Classroom, you have to make a journal for that. For that, you must write down those on the assignment pages. सभी shops are open है ना, so go to shop and take that assignment pages, write down it on assignment pages as we are going to complete the syllabus. Whenever you are going to complete syllabus, just complete that assignment simultaneously. कि आपको कोई टाइम लिमिट नहीं है राइट सपोज वी हैव कंप्लीटेड द थर्ड चैप्टर ऑन द सम डे you can complete the assignment related to third chapter no need to give a some date for you right ना हिज बोलत नहीं पूरी okay if you are not having a doubt should I end the lecture
Ma'am, we have written assignment on a book. Shall we write again
shall we write again
on assignment pages?
you should write on assignment pages itself na
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
See, because why I'm saying this, because if suppose physical exam will be conducted at that time, you have to write down it once again. Because if at the time of physical exam, you must be with the journal, right? So don't think that you will appear for only MCQ. You will have an online examination. It may possible that you have to appear for physical exam. सो बी प्रिपेयर विद द थ्योरी एज वेल एज बी प्रिपेयर फॉर योर एमसीक्यू क्योंकि आपका आने जाने का टाइम बच रहा है ना सपोज यू आर कमिंग टू यूनिवर्सिटी एटलीस्ट 1 hour यू विल वेस्ट ओके वो 1 hour आप यूटिलाइज करो डोंट गो टू यूट्यूब फेसबुक एंड ऑल दीज आर अननेसेसरी थिंग डोंट गो फॉर योर मोबाइल एवरी टाइम अगर आप एक बार मोबाइल सपोज वन नोटिफिकेशन कम्स व्हाट यू डू you go for there and for half an hour at least so don't waste your time for mobile you get extra time right now आपका traveling का time बच रहा है suppose you want to come to college at least you need a half an hour to get ready suppose आप hostel में भी हो तो क्या करना पड़ता है आपको ready होके आना पड़ता है ना you have to change the clothes and all so you have to be ready for coming to the classroom and all so utilize all those time study well uh, it may be possible to go for a physical or MCQ type examination. So at that time, you must be prepared with those journal. Suppose you are assuming that we will appear for MCQ itself. So at that time, आपका mentality क्या होगा theory पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है ना. So you must also prepare with the theory exam also. Anyone else having a doubt? मलाच प्रश्न पडलेला आहे, मला येते का नाही शिकवायला. समजते ना मी शिकवलेलं? Whether you are having any problem related to my teaching?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So just see all those lectures, utilize your time for good things, prepare yourself to fight against corona, as well as you have to be very confident whenever you are going to appear for any type of interview. Right now, because in this in this time actually जिनके पास जॉब था वो भी चला गया है. So actually whenever you are going to pass out, right, at that time you have to struggle for job. अगर आप जॉब करना चाहते हो at that time, I'm not saying that you must do a job. You can start your own business also. Our government is giving loan for people to start your own business. स्टार्टिंग में 50,000 लोन मिलता है. अगर आप वो 50,000 लोन सही अमाउंट पे अगर आप डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर लेते हो, अगर आप वो अमाउंट पे करते हो बैंक को, सो यू विल गेट अ लोन ऑफ नियर अबाउट 1 to 10 lakh डिपेंडिंग अपॉन वट एवर टाइप ऑफ business you are starting, and then this can be extended up to 1 crore, right? So don't assume that you will go for at least or any job and all. तो आप ऐसे भी अज्यूम कर सकते हो. हाँ, आप जॉब करना कब जरूरी है? जब सपोज आपको पीएचडी करना है या फिर टीचिंग में ही आना है. इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड टू कम इन टीचिंग इटसेल्फ, so at that time you can think for a job, or it is not necessary to come in the teaching itself. You can go for any other examination. Why I'm saying? Because of my experience. I have qualified setnet in the first attempt itself. I'm registered for PhD, but still I'm not having a permanent job. So that's why I'm saying every time to you people that don't assume that you will get a teaching job, permanent job. जो है वो भी जॉब अभी जा रहे हैं. So don't assume that you are going to have the teaching job. You will go for at least any CHB contract basis. That is not a good thing. क्योंकि हर टाइम आपको यही डर रहेगा ना कि आज न कल हम नौकरी से निकाल दिया जाएगा. सो बी प्रिपेयर विथ योरसेल्फ. कुछ तो अपना साइड बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना चाहिए. When you might be thinking that why you are doing the contract basis job then. So I have started my own business, but it is not up to the mark so that I can propagate to everyone. उसका जो कहते हैं ना हम लोग publicity नहीं कर रही हूँ मैं, because I don't know exactly how much time I will get for that, because my PhD is also going on simultaneously. घर का भी देखना पड़ेगा सब कुछ. So at that time I am not publicity this that I am doing this business and all. So